Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Thursday and it's August the 22nd, 2024. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a returning viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. I always say the tide changes so frequently on these YouTube streets. So you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. And our story today comes out of Shaw Air Force Base, which is located in Sumter, South Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Army Lieutenant Colonel dies while exercising in South Carolina. I'll provide you with a summary here, and I'll identify some of my sources for you in the description box. There's been a lot going on in the Carolinas this past week, and many of the stories, especially the domestic violence cases, they've just been too graphic to cover. I just can't bring myself to speak on any of them. But I've chosen this story because it involves the death of a military officer who is also a North Carolina native. And it was the news coming out of Shaw Air Force Base in Sumter, South Carolina on Tuesday morning that captured my attention. That was when the leadership issued a report to the media announcing the untimely death of a highly decorated senior Army officer. It was reported that 55-year-old Army Lieutenant Colonel Roderick Vinson had passed away on Sunday morning. Lieutenant Colonel Vinson, a native of Charlotte, North Carolina, was a reservist serving on active duty and assigned to the U.S. Army Central Command. He had been there since 2018. And for those of you wondering why there is mention of the Air Force Base, it's because U.S. Army Central Command is situated on the same property as Shaw Air Force Base in Sumter, North Carolina. Now, when I first saw the news headline, I was under the impression that the death occurred on post or on the military installation during scheduled physical training, but that does not appear to be the case. Although the specific location was not identified, it was reported by the media that Lieutenant Colonel Vinson had passed away while he was exercising in an off-base location. I believe it was stated he was exercising in an adjacent neighborhood on Sunday morning when he passed away. And that explains why the Sumter police are investigating. And I want to also mention this because I think it's very, very important. It was specifically stated that no foul play is suspected. Now, there were several articles on the story, but they just listed the same basic information that was being recycled. But thanks to Task and Purpose, they provided the most comprehensive information regarding Lieutenant Colonel Vinson's family as well as military career. So the bulk of the information for the remainder of this video comes from their article. And Task and Purpose, I use you frequently and I'm giving you full credit because I always look to you to see what you're saying about a military story I'm talking about. According to reports, Lieutenant Colonel Vinson, a native of Charlotte, North Carolina, entered the Army in 1987 as an infantryman. So his service really began in the Army National Guard, and he was there from September 1987 until June of 2009, and then he transferred over into the reserves. And while in the National Guard, he was commissioned as a transportation officer in 1999. He was promoted to lieutenant colonel in 2017 and was assigned to Central Command the following year. And as already mentioned, he was still assigned to Central Command when he passed away. 3 combat-related deployments were mentioned: Afghanistan, Qatar, as well as Kuwait. His military awards are many. They include the Iraq Campaign Medal with 2 campaign stars, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal with Campaign Star, the Joint Commission Commendation Medal, 4 Army Commendation Medal, 3 Army Achievement Medals, 3 Army Reserve Component Achievement Medal, the National Defense Service Medal with Bronze Star, the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, the Humanitarian Service Medal, 2 Armed Forces Reserve Medal with M device, the NCO Professional Development Ribbon, the Army Service Ribbon, 4 Overseas Service Ribbon, and the NATO Medal. A distinguished officer, very highly decorated. Now, I searched online for his obituary and funeral plans, but there was really nothing available. However, I did see this short notice from the funeral home in Sumter, South Carolina. It stated that the family would receive visitors on Tuesday, August 20th from 2 to 7 p.m. I deliberately waited until after this had been completed before I posted this information because I never want to be in conflict with what the family plans to do. But as you can see from this, the family did receive their visitors on August 20th, 2024 from 2 to 7 p.m. That was the only information posted. So since he's from Charlotte, and I'm assuming his funeral would take place at a later date, and sometimes families just want to keep this part of their memory private. But I doubt this is the case considering his status and the number of people who have known him. So I'm making the assumption that he will be funeralized at a later date in a location that has not yet been released to the public. And so another faithful warrior has completed his journey and has finally earned his resting place along with all those who have traveled this road before him. There may be many questions, but we may never understand the circumstances. But that's okay. What we should accept was that this was all part of his journey. Some answers we will never receive in our lifetime, but some things are certain. His presence is missed by his loved ones, by the command he served, and the people who have crossed his path with him over the past 37 years of military service. So, Lieutenant Colonel Roderick Alva Benson, your mission is finally completed. So rest well, my friend, and thank you for your service. And that's all I have for you right now, but feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks like just like this one, that's the notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.